everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I am MJ. I am a non-binary and autistic science fiction and fantasy author. This channel is all about the craft of writing with a neurodivergent and queer focus. Last week, I looked back at 2025, the highs, the lows, everything in between. Today, I want to talk about 2026 and what I'm planning for the year ahead. I'm going to be really honest with you. I don't have it all figured out. I would be lying if I said I knew exactly how this was going to work or if I had some perfect business plan with guaranteed results. What I do have are goals, plans, and a commitment to being transparent about what it actually is going to take to build a sustainable writing career. I also, ultimately, am taking a leap of faith. So let's talk about 2026. Before I just dive into my specific goals, I want to address something that I think doesn't get talked about enough on WriterTube: money. A lot of writing content out there is very follow your dreams and just keep writing, which is great, but it's not the full picture. The reality is, if I want to make it as a full-time author, I need to make this financially sustainable. I can't just publish books and hope it all works out. 2026 is the test year. This is the year where I need to prove that this can actually work. That, being openly trans and very autistic, I can build a career in a challenging political climate is still possible. That I can create multiple income streams that live up to something that me and the creature can live on. So my overreaching goal for 2026 is to make $30,000 in take-home income for my writing business. It's not revenue, that's what I actually need to keep after expenses like editing, printing, convention costs, all of that. Is that going to make me rich? No. But after stripping anything non-essential out of our budget, that's what we need to pay our rent, utilities, and not starve. It will allow us to make it through the year, with the hope that I can build on it in 2027. So, now that that's out there, let's talk about specific goals. First and foremost, I need to keep doing what I do best, which is writing books. My publishing plan for 2026, focusing on quarter one, which is January through March, is to release Only the Starlight, Lunar Abyss Book 2. It is due to release out in March. I also have plans for a few short story surprises coming out early this year. I don't want to give away all the secrets I have planned for 2026, but my goal is to finish the Lunar Abyss core trilogy, as well as have some side content for it, although the side content may release in 2027 as well. For the Ember Town series, I will release at least book 6 next year, and I'm working on a special edition that I'm not quite ready to talk about yet. I also have set up a coffee subscription where all my subscribers will get first access to a short story that releases around the 15th of each month. This is a way to show support in between releases, and although coffee still allows for one-time donations, I do have a schedule, but I'm doing things differently in 2026. In 2025, I burnt myself out with firm deadlines. In 2026, I want to give myself grace. I think this method won't hinder my publishing quality. I think this method won't hinder my publishing quantity, but will contribute to my overall health. The goal isn't just to publish. It is to publish in a way that serves my readers and builds my business. And this matters for income because books are the foundation. Everything else, the website sells, the Kickstarters, the convention sells, all of it flows from having great books that people want to read. If I'm not consistently releasing quality work, nothing else matters. At least, I hope this works. Next year will really put this to the test. Goal number 2 is to build my YouTube to 1,000 subscribers. Right now, I have fewer than 300 subscribers. My goal for 2026 is to hit 1,000 subscribers so I can monetize the channel. My plan to get there is consistency. Weekly videos every Tuesday that contains craft content, author vlogs, book discussions. If you have suggestions, put them down in the comments down below. On Fridays, I have writing sprints at 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. Mountain Time. I hope to show up regularly and build that habit with you all so you know that I'm here. I'm not trying to go viral. I'm not trying to be the biggest writer tube out there. I'm trying to build content that genuinely helps neurodivergent and queer writers, and that builds community, that gives value, and that means more videos like Craft Device from a neurodiverse perspective, honest business talk about what it takes to make this work, planning and organizational systems for ADHD and autistic writers, representation in writing, my actual process, my wins and my failures. If there are videos you want to see, post them in the comments down below. The Friday sprints are a huge part of building this community. It's not just about me talking at a camera. It's about creating space where we can all write together, read together, be productive together, support each other, and hold each other accountable. And this really matters for my income stream. I've already met the watch time requirements for monetization for YouTube. I just really need the numbers. Once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I can monetize. And no, it won't be huge money right away, but it's another income stream. Plus, I like making videos. I like connecting with you all and talking about craft. It's a lot of work, and having the stability of YouTube of a monetary source will help sustain it, but I'm working on it because we need writing resources for queer and neurodiverse writers, and I want to help create that space. Goal number 3 is to build sustainable income streams. This is a big one. This is where a lot of authors struggle because we're taught to just put our books on Amazon and hope for the best. And I have to be more diverse than that. My plan is to diversify my income streams across multiple platforms. I have direct website sales right now. I have a Shopify store where people can buy ebooks and audiobooks. I keep more of the profit this way than selling through retailers, and I also get to build direct relationships with the readers. In 2026, I want to grow this significantly, and that means adding paper copies to my website. That means adding the creature's artwork to my website, better marketing of my website, and better campaigns to my newsletter list. I'm thinking about exclusive editions or bundles that may only be available directly. I want to make it easy for people to buy from me instead of Amazon or other realtors. But I'm not abandoning retail sales. It's still important for discoverability. I'm just not trying to rely on them as my only income source. The creature and I will still continue doing conventions and craft fairs. I will be the one behind the table talking to you, but they are working on stickers and artwork and will probably be on the floor of the event. These events are exhausting, but they're also where we connect with community and make sales that matter. Also, I'll probably be returning to Kickstarter. After the success of funding with Only the Starlight, I know Kickstarter can work for me. I'll likely run at least one more campaign in 2026, probably for book 3 of the Lunar Abyss series, to pay for the editing cost. Editing is expensive, but it's also important. A professional editor helps my books to be the best that they could be. I also want to figure out how to keep publishing audiobooks, but honestly, I haven't figured that out yet. And YouTube is hopefully another key to that. Once I hit 1,000 subscribers, this will become another revenue stream. The math. If I can average about $2,500 a month across all these streams, I can hit my $30,000 goal for the year. Some months will be higher for conventions and book launches, and some months it will be lower, but that's the target. Is it guaranteed? Oh, absolutely not. Am I scared? I'm terrified. But I also know that I have a plan, I have community support, and I have the skills to make this work. One thing I'm committing to in 2026 is better tracking and transparency. Tracking my income and expenses, properly making sure, spreadsheets, tax prep. Not that I wasn't doing before, it just I could be a little more flexible when I had a full-time income to lean back on. I'm going to share periodic updates on YouTube about how things are actually going. I'm going to be honest when things aren't working and adjust accordingly. I'm going to celebrate the wins with you all, and I'm not going to share every single dollar, but I do want to be real about what this journey looks like. Too many writing channels show you the highlights without the struggle, and honestly that's not helpful. If this works, I want you to see how it worked. And if it doesn't work, I want you to see what went wrong so you can learn from my mistakes. And I hope this is important and that it matters for other neurodivergent writers, other queer authors, other people trying to build sustainable, creative careers. We need real data. We need to see what actually is possible and not inspirational porn. So I'm committed to showing up, honestly, tracking the numbers, and being transparent about my journey. Yes, I need to make $30,000 this year. Yes, the financial sustainability is important, but here is the deeper truth. Every book I publish with non-binary and autistic characters, every video I make about neurodivergent writing process, every convention where I show up as my authentic trans autistic self, that matters. There are people who need these stories. There are writers who need to see that you can do this, even when the world feels hostile, even when you're neurodivergent, even when you're queer. The money is important because it lets me keep doing this work, the work that matters, the work that creates community and representation and hope. So yeah, 2026 is about hitting financial goals, but it's also about proving that our stories have value, that our voices matter, and that we can build careers on our own terms without having to change who we are for society. Alright, I shared my goals with you. Now I want to hear yours. What are your writing goals for 2026? Are you trying to finish your first draft? Query agents? Self-publish your first book? Grow your author platform? Build a sustainable income? Drop your goals in the comments and let's support each other. Let's build this community together. And if you want accountability, come on Friday Writing Sprints. Show up, write with us, and let's make 2026 the year we all move forward. So this is my plan for 2026. I'm going to keep writing and publishing books. I hope to have 3 to 4 releases this year, although not all of them may be full-size novels. I hope to build a sustainable income system. My goal is $30,000. It seems ambitious, but that's what I need to hit. 2026 is going to be a big year, no matter which way it ends up. And I'm so glad you're here for it. If you found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more WriterTube content every Tuesday. I also host live writing sprints on Fridays from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. Mountain Time. Come write with me. If you want to support the channel and help me hit these goals, you can buy me a coffee. The link is below. Here is 2026. Here is to taking risks. Here is to building something sustainable. Happy writing, and I'll see you next week in 2026.